let's talk. None of my people gon' walk. 100 bands for us, now she fiendin'. Running, I know we up to the mall. Paddock on me and reside. If he come for my chain, then we swap. Shawty can't look at my eyes. BBS's I shine in the dark. I'm on my gentleman-ish. I'm putting off for my city. Don't need friends, my family.
What's poppin', man? Spark the flock, man. Let's talk about it, Black Ink. You know what we on. You know what it's about, man. Spark.
What's up? Let's talk about it, Black Ink.
This is Rashad from Earn Your Leisure. Big shout out to Let's Talk About It, Black Ink.
You're making my heart smile.
My God.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. We appreciate y'all for joining us for another week, another episode. You know, we have your panel of hosts once again. We have Miss Sage at Sage Soul Solutions.
Hey.
We have my man Slim Rich.
What's up?
That boy getting slimmer every day.
Yes, he is.
Yes, sir. And
Thank you, Lord.
Y'all have me, Kevin versus Floyd. We have the beautiful,
Yes.
everybody's favorite auntie, Miss
That's
Eve
right.
Monroe,
I
joining
know it's
us.
mine.
And then, you know,
she outside.
yes. Then
Somebody got to
of
be.
course,
Look
we
at that
have
smile.
the highly characteristic Miss
Hey.
Naughty Body and Low Key Nadia. Hopefully,
out.
she'll be joining us shortly. If not,
Shout
we'll
out to
see
you, Nadia.
next week.
All love.
You missed always. How y'all feeling today?
I'm great. A little tired.
I
but
feel
great.
good.
Everybody looks amazing.
Yeah, that's a nice picture.
Yeah.
Thank you. You do too.
I look good. Thank you.
She looking like summertime.
I know, right?
I ain't get a chance to go get my hair done yet. I'm stressing. My hairdresser moved.
They moved on you?
Yes. I always buy, well, closer to you, Auntie, out Austell, Six Flags. I'm like, get my hair braided up.
Yeah, that's far.
Nice little hike.
Yes. Yes. Well, Rich, you look amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Amazing. Did you do before and after photos yet? I'm about to join you because I done
No.
picked up.
I probably could just look on my Instagram, but really just the same thing. Water diet every now and then.
But you can see the difference heavily now, right?
I appreciate it. Because I can't. That feels the same.
And you know what's funny, though? Because now you know what to do.
Yeah.
So even if you, like, slip up, do what you want, you know, like, oh, I got this back next week.
Because I've been doing that. Like, I've been honestly eating a lot. But then the guy taught me the trick. He was just like, you know, when you come off of it, you can eat as much as you want. But don't do it for more than 2 days.
Exactly.
Then you can do 2 days without it, and 2 days. He said just keep your body off balance because then it won't try to store a lot of fat.
Wait,
It'll
say
just
that
keep
again.
burning it.
Oh, it's already burning, so you can eat whatever you want because
Right.
it's already burning.
It's already in motion. Yeah.
It's already in motion.
Long as I don't just eat for long, you know.
No, long periods of time. No. But even you taking that week break and starting the following week, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
been
that's
working.
good. Why do you think my normal routine was to fast through Monday through Thursday, and the weekend I eat whatever I want to go back to Monday? I've been off it for a few months.
That's it.
Yeah, that's how
That
that was my
about
way
like
of life.
what I'm doing.
Yeah,
It works.
and it feels good, right?
Yeah, it does.
And when you feel good and you look good, that's a weapon.
Right.
How's your family?
Everybody good.
Happy
Can't
Father's
complain.
Day, Slim Rich.
My Father's Day was great.
That's what's
I was
right.
saying Happy Father's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah.
I asked you how it was.
See, my
Yes.
headphones, it feels like these are off. I could think I can only hear in the little white ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't hear in these big ones.
Yes. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Same to you.
On here, Happy Father's Day, Kevin. Happy Father's Day to Uncle MJ. Let's shout Uncle
Reef
MJ out.
Rose.
Reef Rose.
Wait till she gets to the
rest
age
of the great fathers out
where
there.
she could buy you gifts.
His daughter got him a gift. Did you bring
She
it?
got me a gift, actually.
You
No, I
didn't bring
didn't.
it? See, you should have let me keep it. It was beautiful.
Why would I
I
let
mean,
you
that-
keep my gift?
That's true.
That's amazing, but it was just like, to be honest, she was excited for Christmas, but she was as excited for Father's Day as she was for Christmas.
That's beautiful.
She couldn't wait to give me my gift.
That is beautiful.
Like she just was like, all week, oh, we got a surprise for you. And I'm like, just don't tell me. It hit 12 o'clock at night. She was like, it's Father's Day, right? Can we get out? I was like, no, not yet. Wait till we wake
I
up.
love it. I love it.
Yo, in the morning, she was asleep in her dreams like, is it time yet?
Yo,
I swear, in her dreams.
I love it.
Is it time yet?
That's
And I'm like, oh
beautiful,
my
man.
God. You know,
That's
it just
what it's
felt
all-
good.
That's what it's all about right there,
And
man.
she made sure I got a lot of stuff, and she picked it. She picked everything. So the thing she picked was so thoughtful. Like it was like a massage gun.
Oh yeah.
Because I be having like step on my back, or you know what I'm saying. So she got like a massage gun. Then got my favorite candy bar, and she got this thing where we could put our hand in it and it makes a mold of me and her hand.
Oh, that is
So it's gonna
nice.
make like a statue of our hands. So
That's,
I'm like,
nah,
wow,
that's,
it's so
that's
thoughtful.
beautiful for real.
Right, it's crazy.
That's definitely. How old is she now? 5, right?
6.
6. Yeah, I'm looking forward to her.
Man,
getting-
it's the
Oh,
bond
oh.
is incredible. I'm telling you.
You want to share what you got?
My daughter and her mother got me. They created this book
Oh wow.
of my lady. She created this book of me and my daughter, and it's the title of the book is "The Best Dad in the World," and it's like I guess it's like you can say a story of me and my daughter's everyday life. But in the book,
That's dope.
my daughter's older. She's not 4 months. She's like 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
5 years old.
Like
And, oh
she's
my
5 years
God.
old in the book.
Oh,
Can I
that's hot.
comment? Because the illustration was great. They had him with his hair.
Yeah,
Wow.
my lady, she
And
got
his hair
my
got
hair in a
longer?
ponytail. She ain't give me no
Wait,
beard.
and the baby, they had the baby look just like the head big. It
Oh,
was
man.
amazing. It
The
looks just-
only thing that I ain't gonna say I didn't like it.
His
I just found
outfit.
it funny. No, I hated the outfit, but they ain't
he
let
felt
her.
it was a little carcass.
They ain't let her pick the carcass. Then he was a stick figure. Like I'm clearly a big dude. I ain't
Should've
got my
been
finger.
around-
Yeah,
stick figure
I
with
ain't
a
got
round body.
stick figure with a big behind head. Like I got a big head, but I got a big body to go with
Right,
it.
like make it
Listen,
right.
from the neck up,
Yeah.
they nailed it.
I ain't getting my beard. I'm like.
They nailed it from the neck up, Auntie.
And then
they
the
nailed
illustration, my lady, she types the illustration. Like not the people she does. She writes the story. And I'm laughing with her because I'm like, bro, I don't talk like this.
Like, you ain't got Amy.
Like she got the dad saying, oof, you got so big. I've never said oof for
He
damn in my
does.
life.
It's
The
just
hell
not.
is oof?
It's
Like,
just not when he's.
That's
he
not-
does. He does when he's using those big words and those words we all try.
No.
MJ
If you
and the
if
rest
you
of
was
us-
being true to me, I'd be like, damn, you got big, girl. Like I just not like that. That's my oof. You gotten so big.
It's the oof he don't
Right,
like.
the oof.
Well, that was
I'm
the
like-
Jamaican in her.
I'm like,
Oof, man.
right. But no, it was definitely a beautiful book. It made me smile. It made me laugh. Then, I got to FaceTime my baby, and even that should be 4 months tomorrow. Even that 4
dope.
months, she a daddy's girl. Her mom showing me on the camera. She grabbing the phone. She's like, "Why are you grabbing the phone?" Trying to grab the phone to bring the phone closer. So
I miscount months.
yeah, man, I get to. My baby come home tomorrow. I'm excited, man. I get to see my baby tomorrow after 2 weeks of not seeing her. It's definitely
Oh
been a
wow, where
challenge.
was that?
It was in Florida visiting her folks.
Okay,
Her folks trying to get her to stay longer. So I'm like, damn, F me. I don't need to see my baby, huh?
right. That's
Like,
Father's Day.
damn.
Tell them you should bring him back.
Well, they only had her for 2 weeks. They haven't seen her since she's been born,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
and they haven't seen Ashley since December. So,
Oh, they saw her for 2 weeks. That's good. They saw Ashley her whole life.
oh God.
She can stay. I just want my baby.
But you see how you miss your baby. They miss their baby too. They miss their baby too, like
She-
you miss
listen,
yours.
Their baby is not a baby no more.
He said they could have did this before Father's Day.
Right. Like their baby is not a baby no more. Their baby's a grown woman.
Okay. Well, they'll be back tomorrow. Anyway, Auntie Eve, how was your Father's Day?
That was funny.
Juneteenth was awesome.
Juneteenth was a great
Well, I
day.
was going to get to Juneteenth, but I was going to ask how was your Father's Day first.
It was nice and quiet. Nice
No,
and quiet.
oh, that's good. Mine was too, and
Got
then
the
we
gr-
went out to eat. But
And it was quiet.
Yeah, that sounds strange.
Right.
it was quiet.
They must have been outside and
She
you
must
was
have gave them
inside.
a
Or they was
Benadryl.
inside and you was outside.
You heard that? Talk about you. You must have gave them a Benadryl,
They went right to sleep.
Or some melatonin.
melatonin. So
Do that
Juneteenth.
anymore.
Did you watch the concert? You know, there was a concert at 8:00. How was everybody's Juneteenth? Yeah, I'm usually there for it, but I missed it the last 2 years.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the bags under my
Juneteenth
eyes is real.
We gave away 100 tattoos free.
For Juneteenth?
Yeah, for the whole weekend.
I guess that's a way to give it back. That's a way to give it back. Okay.
We gave away 100 free tattoos. We gave away 40 on Friday, 40 on
You should
40
have
on
told me. I could have
Saturday.
came and got one.
then
Okay,
20
so
on
let me ask the
Sunday.
question. That 100 tattoos was 40 across the whole blank 8? Because I know they wasn't in one studio
No,
going 40 tattoos.
every shop gave away 100 tattoos.
That's what I was asking.
Yes,
Got
it's
you.
8 of us.
Gotcha.
So that was 800 tattoos we gave away.
Wait.
That's a lot of money.
Wait.
That's a lot of money.
Every shop?
Every shop.
Oh, I thought the 100 was split by the shops.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's, yo.
We
a lot
gave
of
away
money.
100 ourselves.
Shout out to you. Shout out
Yeah.
to C's for that.
We also had barbecues at every shop and gave away free food.
But why you didn't tell me?
We also had a raffle.
Why you didn't tell me?
It's on my
Would've came
But
Instagram.
see how you do your family? You didn't even
Right, that
alert
definitely
me.
would've came through.
You didn't even alert
Grimy.
me.
I mean, I had a dilemma because Juneteenth is on Father's Day, and her thing is how you gonna be at work on Father's Day, and so it was like I wasn't really thinking I was gonna be at the barbecue. I wasn't there for half the day. I really showed up like around 6 o'clock.
So y'all couldn't do both? You couldn't go to the...
Well, she don't like to be at the shop,
Oh, okay.
so because she don't like to be at the shop, I would have had them there the whole day. It would have been fun,
Gotcha.
but she just don't like being there
Wow.
for whatever reason.
It's okay. I don't really like it either. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I would have came.
No, I would have came. You know, I'd have
During the
came.
barbecue, you would have.
No, that's why I said I would have came.
Yeah, we
If
had
you'd have
some good
told me.
food and stuff. Next time I know, but like I said, I wasn't thinking I was gonna be there.
Where is the love?
I don't
Remember that?
think-
You said was mine. Yeah, but that's good.
I'm not. I'm just the manager. Yeah, I manage them. I don't do tattoos. I know a lot about it though.
He wears a lot.
Right. I have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
You know it's weird. I don't.
So y'all gave
With
out
Zion.
Oh, she has a
800
tattoo.
tattoos.
Huh?
No, I'm laughing at Kevin in my head. It's about that's a way of giving back.
I mean, you know how
I
many
mean,
shit
listen.
we did way more than that when Nipsey
Listen,
Hussle died.
that's a lot of money. 800 tattoos.
When
Listen,
Nipsey
that's a
Hussle died,
lot.
we
That's a
gave
lot
away
of
I
money.
way
want you to
more.
wait.
Hey, giving back is giving back. Nobody says it's one way to give back.
That's it's a minimum $100 each tattoo because our minimum is 100.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of money.
And then we also did a raffle in between where you could win a $300 tattoo, a $700 tattoo, a $1,500 tattoo, and a tattoo from Caesar. So somebody's gonna win those things. Yeah.
They got it. I'm too scared for all that. I don't got time.
Thank you. You know, we try to give back.
Yeah.
To the tattoo community.
Yeah. Everybody has their community.
They do.
I mean, but if you like food, we gave that too.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm being funny, but that was a beautiful thing.
That's why I said you should have told me.
Thank you.
I'd be
Sorry.
down there. I was okay. So that's good.
And it won't be the last.
Yeah. So that's what you guys did. You said in honor of Juneteenth, right?
Yeah.
Right. So did they have to be only black people, or was there?
It didn't have to only be black people, but it was black.
I'm just messing with you. But
There was basically flash sheets, and it was all pro-black stuff.
what's flat sheets?
Flash sheets, which was pre-drawn tattoos.
Gotcha.
So if you wanted to be, it was some white people that came actually. If you did want, you getting some pro-black shit though,
Got you.
like fists.
I got you.
You know, different things.
Got you.
I'd have made sure a white person won on purpose.
Huh?
Well, you have a lot that were wearing.
I know, but I'm just saying though. I'd make sure they won. Come here. You won.
You won. Come get this.
Right.
Come
So
get this
let me
big
get your
fist
thoughts.
on
What do you think about Juneteenth?
Huh?
What do you think about Juneteenth?
Um,
Because a lot of people are still misinformed about Juneteenth.
And what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm not too sure either because I got more than one thing. So can you explain exactly what it is?
What you get?
Isn't it something about slavery and ain't that, I don't know, around the time they was freed, or I don't know. I really don't know.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, that was the day that the slaves were free. Like once, July 4th, that was for the whites being free or whatever the case may be. I don't
This
remember
country,
July 4th.
yeah.
But
Independence Day?
far as black folks, we didn't become Independence Day. I forgot that fast. That wasn't for us. Juneteenth was when we actually became free.
No,
I mean, July 4th is
almost
the country,
right. Aunt
July
Eve,
4th
go
is
ahead.
the
I
country's
heard you say something.
birthday.
But you almost right. But I heard Aunt Eve saying something closer.
And I had to actually learn this on my own because they don't teach this in school, and they didn't teach it in school when I was in school either, or college. But it's my understanding that 1776 we were still enslaved another 100 years after that. So,
Exactly. And to
we are
elaborate
not-
on that, after those 100+ years she's talking about enslaved was after we received the Emancipation Proclamation. There was still states within the United States where black people didn't know that they were free. They were still slaves. So Juneteenth came behind that.
Oh, so that was the day that the rest of them
They went
found
around
out.
and made sure everybody knew that slavery had ended.
But
or that
Juneteenth-
form of slavery.
Juneteenth is not a date, though.
It is. It's
July
June
ni-
9th.
June 19th of
It's June 19th of
I
every
don't know
year.
why I'm saying
Oh, it's
that.
the 19th.
The 19th of every year.
Because I know when I first heard about it, it was like they were celebrating a week.
Well, wait a minute. What? Oh, for the week. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like when I first heard about it, I heard about it was a week thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we first opened the shop, where it's at now is the first time I heard of that date, and that's the first time I ever had an event for it.
But that's like our 4th of July.
Oh, that's dope. Now I know.
So usually, in Philly, they do the parades and they do they do the parades and they do the march. They do a lot because we walked in the parades a few times. Our company, shout out to BBMIC. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And go about history. Oh, okay. I didn't know
I
that
didn't
one.
know that either.
I didn't know that. You said red food? Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Well, make sure that, you store that in your calendar and appreciate that because that is serious. I had a chance to visit South Carolina. Just got back, Auntie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we had a funeral down there. So my mom and my sister and a bunch of the fam came down, and I got to actually go see the place my mother was born, but my grandmother, and that was amazing and crazy, heavy, more than heavy. Like it was heavy. And we got to tour the town and actually see. I mean, the whole town is nothing but like slave houses in its original form. Nothing's changed.
Oh, they left it?
Everything is the same. We looked at the house my grandma grew up in. Well, it was a couple of them. We didn't get a chance to see the third one, but the first one we got that on video. Where, like, how you raising 10 and 15 kids in this house, no bathroom in the house, and it was reality to see it because there is no plumbing in the house whatsoever. You're not bathing or handling your business inside of the house.
That's how it was when I first went to Jamaica.
Outside, like it's
You had to take baths outside.
Yeah. So we explained going to, I mean, it was abandoned. The town is like, it's nothing. I mean, there's no traffic. And it was a Friday night. No traffic, no police, no nothing. Like
A ghost town.
a ghost slave town.
Could you feel the energy?
Yes. Well, you cannot feel the energy. I hate to say it because a lot of times, these comedians are stupid. And Dave Chappelle might be the stupidest, right? Because he's hilarious. And when he says some things on the Dave Chappelle show, you know how it's funny, not funny. I smell nigga, but it really was like
You smelled it. Right.
And the flush, the air, the scent, the look, all of it. It was like slave high. It's like you feel this heat in Georgia. It was like,
Right.
yeah, it was heavy. It was heavy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And to look at all of it, it was just like, wow, this is crazy. But it made you, it made the kids appreciate it, because my baby was just like, I'm appreciative of my mom for everything. I don't know how. She just started going and crying, and it was something to see. Like, my uncle had everybody full attention on that tour of explaining, you know, these are the houses that did it. We talking about the whole damn thing. It wasn't nothing. It's nothing there. Yeah. Wow. It's something to see. I think everybody need to go see it.
He says it's South Carolina?
That's South Carolina, yeah.
Definitely want to see that.
Mm-hmm. But the history, I think the history of coming down, just not even about the slavery, and what my uncle said that he actually learned was, because he said he had left before he came back. And he had left because he said, they were embarrassed by a lot of stuff, because they realized that every slave owner is not the same. You had slave owners who, of course, it was the law, you can have slaves, but they weren't brutal. You know what I mean? They were nice. Or there were consequences for bad behavior, but they wasn't as treacherous as a lot of the other slave owners. So whereas though, for instance, he explained whereas though they would meet with other plantation owners if their slave wanted to get married and do it, opposed to a tyrant slave owner would marry you to your daughter, marry you to your sister. He wouldn't care as long as you're breeding some kids in there. So yeah, and a lot of the men, he was saying, they just picked up and left. A lot of them, ran and left because they were so shamed once it was done. You forcing them to sleep with their cousin and their sisters, and it was so like it was bad.
Mentally, yeah.
Oh, it was bad, and because he explained a lot of that generation came out of that, they carried a lot of shame. It was sad. It was sad. It was sad. Yeah. So it was like, I understood what my grandma would say when she come home. Woo, I'm so glad to be back home, because there's nothing there to do. It's nothing there. It's not even a swimming pool. Oh, listen, they knew we were there. And then, Mina and Tarhita and them drove up. They knew we were there. The city was there for sure. Because as we was driving through cars deep, going downtown, we was like, we want to eat. And he was like, well, they got to go downtown and they got all kinds of things in restaurants. We seen one, Harry's place, something, but when we seen a bunch of Caucasians going there, I was like, I know that food ain't going. And I'm good, because to find out later, they're known for their prejudice. But then outside of that, it's Taco Bell and Pizza Hut. And that's it. The only motel there is Red Roof, one. So I was like, this ain't food. We drove 30 minutes to go to Outback. Not Outback, Longhorn. I was like, we gonna find something to eat. Yeah, we left. So they knew we was there. They was looking in cars while we was over there, because of course we're loud, because we couldn't believe what was going on. We couldn't believe, we was in shock. Yes. So it was a good experience. The history is always good.
Yeah, that sounds
It
crazy.
filled in a lot of questions, and it makes you more understanding. And I tell you that much, it makes you suspend a whole lot of judgment, in the conditions of what they came out for. Yeah, that was amazing. You missed the trip. But we're gonna we said we was gonna plan to go back. Tookie said she calling it the Ungrateful Trip Tour. She want to bring all of the kids in this generation back. And she talk about we're going to have them spend the night with Uncle Roy. I said, you just going to leave them there and not tell them? She said, yeah. I said, shit, they going to rob him in the middle of the night. His keys, they going to be gone.
They damn sure will.
He talk about city kids. He's gone. Don't even set that man up like that.
They damn sure would.
And then they all look alike. We seen an uncle that came through the door that looked just like Nate. One that come through the door that looked just like Nikki. And then another one came through the door looked like a mixture of both of them. I'm like, damn, they all look like twins. Them jeans. Well, I guess that's their genes because I think I took more of my dad genes because I ain't seen nobody look like me. They all look like them.
You got those felder jeans.
You think I got them? They said I was
All
exempt.
up in here.
Really? My nose ain't as wide as theirs. They're like,
Oh, the you, Nadia.
Now, Nadia definitely. Because she look like my mom. And Kevin do too. He's so handsome.
I do not look like no Felder.
Yes. So, yeah. So, I just wanted to share that experience. Them roots was, whew. They was worse than my roots right now. It was a mess. So, you ready to play a game?
What's up?
We about to play a game.
Well, not a game. You know, I always like to stroke the brain.
I got
didn't
something
miss me.
I want to share with y'all before we done now.
Oh, no. Come on. Share it with me first, and then I can pick on you for saying I don't let you talk when I'm here. I heard that. Nadia told on you.
What she said?
Nadia called me and said, they talking about you and doing you dirty on
I've
the show.
never done that. That's a lie.
No, she said that. I was
I
like,
talk
I'm going to
dirty
go
about her.
watch. No, it wasn't that type dirty.
Oh.
She was like, Rich talking about you, don't let him talk. And I was like, me?
I said you don't let us talk? I never said that.
Oh, you did. She played the clip.
What clip? I said you don't let us talk?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
You was messing with her.
Oh.
It was all good.
What you got to share about, though?
Go ahead, share.
Oh, so I was I was having a conversation with somebody, and it just bugged me out. We was just talking about the states with like the highest murder rates, and when we was looking into it, I was so sure that New York, Philly, Pennsylvania, I was so sure that those would be the states with the highest, but we was very low.
Oh, we only amongst the blacks that is the highest.
Yeah,
Amongst
we're
the
low.
blacks were the highest.
It's the southern states that have the highest rate. But what's crazy is that the percentage of suicides is always higher than the percentage of murder. That's what makes the murder rate the death rate so high is the suicide. Like New York's suicide rate was from death, it was like 50-something% suicide. And it was something similar for like Philly. And it was like, it was even another state was like 70-something. Like,
Here, do you believe that it's suicide?
they saying it's more suicides than murders.
But do you think there's a whole lot of suicides that ain't suicides?
That's true. But that it's
I think it's some truth
not
to
enough to bring that percentage up like that.
Yeah, I think it's some truth to it.
I think most of it is true. But then
That's
it's
like
like
saying that
Georgia,
Hollywood, most of it is true.
huh?
Because they got the highest suicide. Leave it to
Who?
them. Hollywood.
Oh, right.
I can believe
But shit,
it.
Georgia was up there, like
Georgia?
up there as
For
far
what?
as just
Suicide?
killings, just death. I'm gonna get the list and I'll talk to you about it. The person's gonna send me the list. I was trying to get the list before I spoke about it, but I just thought about it because we talk about like violence and stuff, but it's just sad that it's mostly people killing themselves. Like every state, the suicide rate was higher than the murder rate.
But you have to check too. But you have to check the. I'm trying to put a good word. I have to get that because you have to understand that the tone of you have to exactly, and you have to check the tone of what they say the death rate is because they would consider overdosing drugs as a form of suicide and not caring about your life, and they'll write it on people death certificate. Drug overdose, they'll consider it a suicide when it's not a suicide, and if you was an addict, they would pass it off as a suicide. So you have to read the tone of
Yes.
I mean, it
only
is
because of
suicide,
social
really, but
media.
That's what
not-
I'm saying.
It is
not
a-
hanging yourself suicide. You got to check how a person actually died.
Okay, I get what
Well,
you're
people
saying.
take pills and overdose for suicide, so that actually is a
Yeah.
form of suicide.
It is.
So
Yeah. Wow. So what was going on that made you come up with that? Or somebody was having a conversation?
Yeah, we was just talking about gun control.
Gun control.
And if we believe that it should be stricter gun laws or not.
No, I don't.
And I feel like it shouldn't. I feel like all you're going to do is restrict the good people, and the bad people are
That's
still
it.
going to have guns
All the time.
But then that person kind of proved.
Say that I think there shouldn't the gun law shouldn't change, but I don't think that a regular civilian needs a military issued weapon. Like
Well, you
you
can't
just
have
don't
that
Well,
now.
need
you
that.
can't have that now. Only a military individually.
Yes,
Well,
the hell
they
you
only
can.
have
He's an AR
Yes,
to an
you can.
18-year-old. Like, why would
You
you
never
need
know
that?
about
Yes, you
country
can.
white boys
But they
are
can't
not-
walk
military
around
don't use
with it.
AKs. The military use they use M16s
Where?
and ARs. We don't use AKs. That's not. We use M16s, AR-15s.
No, but what she's saying, that's still a military grade assault rifle, though.
I know,
Whether
but
they
we
use it or
can't-
not, it's still one.
You can't get an automatic weapon in America. It's illegal. But I get
I'm
what
sure
you're
they
saying.
can get
They
one.
got 'em.
No, you can get one, but you can't have. You're not.
That's what I mean. They can't walk. You can walk down the street with a. Who? Yeah, but he's a Spanish or a white.
I feel like it should be
Yeah,
a
but
certain
somebody in
age.
his family or in his clique had it. That's the point. They all somebody in the. It's all inside connects. I think it's regular people can't get their hands on them types of weapons.
Well, you do.
Rounds at one time.
No,
To protect
Exactly.
but you
a
have to
flat-
I
understand.
agree. I agree.
M16,
I agree.
all those weapons you're talking about can't shoot that fast. They're still semi-automatic.
Oh,
They still have to be one bullet per trigger pull. So it's not. It just holds more bullets. Yes, you can, because my handgun
no,
can hold
no,
30
you can't.
rounds.
No,
Yes, you
I don't think
can.
you can.
Yes, you can. They go out there.
Like that, and they're in the same room. You got
Listen.
time to get away.
No, you don't. Listen, they go out. They go
My
out
handgun
training. They
hold-
go out
can hold
training,
30
learning
shots.
how to
Well, they
shoot.
they was children, right? He killed.
Yeah.
So
And you
maybe
gotta
with the
understand.
children.
Like I said,
That's so sad.
you cannot just hold the trigger and go. Prrr.
I carry. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm all about, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about protecting myself. But I don't
Right.
see a reason for me to have I mean, even hunting. What am I hunting? Who the hell am I hunting? I
Us.
need something like that. Right.
I feel you.
Touche.
But those guns.
But you know what? Only reason why I say they don't need to restrict it is because it's one of those things that people snap every day, and you never know who that person is. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that may be true.
Weapons.
And
They're
I
not
still
gonna
feel
ever
like we need
change.
to be able to defend ourselves and at a high level, because when those lynching mobs or whatever come, it ain't one person.
I agree.
So you need to have what they have. And when the bad people come, they don't come with little guns. So you need to have what they have, at least in your home. You need to be able to protect yourself on the level of the fire that's coming for you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, a handgun in your purse, a handgun on your waist when you move around. But your home, you got to have a lot of ammo, and because you got to be able to hold that. That's a fort. You got to be able to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that. And I believe that if they make it illegal or they make it harder, the criminals are still going to have it. Yeah.
Now I'm with you. I'm with Rich on that. Criminals is always going to find a way around because that's just what they do.
Yeah.
They're going to have it.
You know, that's just something they write off, you know?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that. So they're going to keep on rolling up in the supermarkets, in the churches, in the schools, and they'll just keep doing that, and we'll just live with it.
That's why I feel like, see how they say teachers can't have their guns in school. Like if you're a teacher, you got to leave it in the car. Can't have it in school with you, obviously. But I feel like they should. Yeah, I be beating other people's kids.
Listen,
I couldn't be
I
no
will
teacher.
square up with a child.
She said
I
she
feel
want to knock
bad
off the
about it.
parents.
Yeah, you can't do child. You got to call the parent.
Shit, I will both they behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all the time, though. Not all the time, because you be. I'm telling you, this influence is powerful.
They said that little boy was killing cats.
Listen,
already.
this influence is powerful.
Yeah. Your friends.
No, influence.
Oh,
The
period.
marketing, the media, and what they allow on these platforms, on TVs and movies, and these games that these children play. It is.
They're not supervising the kids. I mean, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with it. I'm glad my kids are grown.
But you know,
Because
that's
I
like
can't imagine in this access, free access, how do you filter that access from your children, from their technology?
Well,
and
everything I
their,
don't think you're going to be able to. That's the only reason why I learned to give some parents a break, especially in reference to their children on a few things, especially with these games, because what a child is attracted to is so many children that's attracted to things that their parents never even got involved in. And they like it, and they made it a part of their life and their lifestyle.
there's no, how can I explain it? There's no boundaries to how long they can be on that technology. Like when your child is spending more time on the technology than and a lot of parents, and I'm not judging because I'm done, but a lot of parents are using the technology as babysitters. Get out my hair, let me do what I need to do. Go ahead and go on that internet. Go ahead and go on that device. Go ahead and go on that whatever. So when they spending hours upon hours, that means they're getting more influence by the technology and the internet than they are you. So nobody's sitting down and having that, conversation at night, finding out what's going on. That's how you find out your child
that's
is
the
being
cause. I still think
That's
that's
how-
scratching the. No, not in reference to what you're saying, Auntie. I'm just thinking that's some of that is still scratching the surface. I think the perpetrators it's like the person who plot and put a bug in your ear to go kill somebody but won't do the work. The people behind the creators are more at fault than the person that's actually following it through. Because they don't know the dangers that they're doing it. To me, if you sitting here making video games that are damn near close to real life
Call of
situations, how it's so hard for them to distinguish what's reality from the game.
right.
No, exactly. Yeah.
But that's like the dude that
They more
killed his
dangerous
parents because of the Matrix. He thought he was in the Matrix. You know, he got life now, but
What you mean he killed his parents because he thought he
killed
was
his
in the Matrix?
parents. He just went and got a gun and he killed them.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying that you can't get away with some things, you can, but you have to, it's hard. I'm just glad I'm done. It's
Listen,
hard. I
He didn't know
can't
death was
imagine.
permanent.
the Bible said, "Woe to those
was
who
white.
give suck in that day."
Right.
Yeah, that sound like predominantly
He
white
didn't,
people. Probably.
he didn't know death was permanent because he was watching the Matrix. He thought he was Neo. His parents did and said something.
That's not real.
And he killed. No, it's real. That was on. They interviewed him. He actually regrets it to the fullest. He misses his parents, but he came out of his room one day and killed both
That
of them
sound like white.
viciously.
That sound like some white people stuff. I mean, I think everything y'all was saying, I think it is prevalent towards black people too, but I think that's more of a white people thing. Cause like Aunt Eve said, when you black growing up, you're never allowed to close your door in your parents' household.
But
That's
So
true.
you can't even like
Only time you can lock them doors when you're getting out the shower. Lotion after that, unlock it and open
that
the door.
Like, so it's just like I like I said, I just can't see, especially even growing up. Me growing up, I was in a mixture of the outside era, but I saw the games come in. And I played some of the games. Even me playing some of them Grand Theft Auto, where you get to pick up hookers and all that kind of stuff and shooting and killing. I've never wanted to go pick up a hooker or go shoot or kill anybody. It was just like, it was just my mind. It was just like, cause black parents just don't play that. Like, don't let the game get you effed up. That was their favorite line.
No, but some do, because I know Stone Cold Professional, and I have a professional friend, and it's funny because I was babysitting her son at her house one time, and it's funny because my daughter had tripped over his game and knocked it out of socket, and he came told. He was pissed off. He was like, she knocked it off right at the time I was ready to make a bargain with the mayor to let the people go after I robbed the bank. And I'm thinking, what game was you playing? I couldn't believe
He's about to make a bargain with the mayor.
You actually know
but
what's
wait,
crazy?
it gets
All
worse
them kind of
because
games
now the
actually do
ads,
teach you that. They don't
the
realize
actually,
it,
the funny part is now the ads that come up, because you know I'm a nerd, so I like playing mind games and puzzles and all that kind of stuff, right? Those are the only games that's on my phone. But in downloading them, now the ads come up. You ain't see the ads pop up where the girl is sitting there with the guy and she pregnant, and then she comes back from the store and see him in the bed. Now she's in the cold. He kicks her out and he off on his motorcycle with the new young chick. I'm like, what kind of games are these? Wait.
It's retarded.
Wait, then you got him walking down the street. These are different ads. Another one pop up. I reported it as offensive. And wait, another one. He walking down the street with this cute old girl. They all white with this couple. The other girl come in front of him flashing the ultrasound picture, and he dropped the one he went and grabbed her and hugged and walk off down the street.
What is that?
Listen, it's all games. These are ads that's coming up for games. I'm like, who would play this game? And then they got her, like she's in the freezing cold, homeless with the baby in the cold. He left her. She goes into the cabinet, and then you pick the fire log to warm her up, something to buy the baby. I'm like, what kind of crazy shit is this?
Oh, I know what kind of game you're talking about. Those are the ads. Yeah, okay.
Those are ads that just was coming in front of what I'm doing. I'm like, who is creating this?
White people. That's why they white.
But yo, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, these are the new games? Wow.
You know, it's kind of like Sims.
Who?
Sims almost.
What's that?
You remember the Sims game?
No.
Yeah, the Sims, where you act like you're a person.
And you can build your
your
whole
life.
community. You can go to work, build your house, build your family. It was real popular back when I was young coming up.
It was the most realistic reality game back then.
Yeah, because it's called short for simulation, because you would simulate a whole reality. You'll create your own world.
And that's where I think we're
Things
living
that
in
you
now,
like.
because we are in the midst of that. I think it's hard for them to decipher what's real in reality. You got to realize that's the reason why a lot of people get high, because they seem like they can escape reality. They're in a total different reality.
Yeah.
I heard someone say when they was getting high, he said, after a while, it became I needed to get high to feel normal. And I was so confused, like, wait, how did you have to get high to feel normal? That's backwards.
That's funny. I said that in a rhyme.
Oh.
I did.
Yeah,
I
those
said,
was his words.
I mean,
I get high till I feel normal.
it's
I said it
backward,
in the rhyme.
but it's not at the same time.
How?
Because like you said, it becomes you. If you get up every morning and smoke weed until you get high and then you
becomes
function
you.
on your day, if you don't feel like that, you might not be able to function and deal with everything the same.
You literally
like
won't.
you said,
Because you're dependent upon that.
right, and it helps with your mood. I might be able to deal with a coworker now because I'm not gonna.
It's the same way, not to cut you off, but it's just the same way how you may see somebody wear a shirt saying, "Don't talk to me if I ain't have my coffee this morning."
Right,
Like,
it's
it's
like
like
coffee.
that. Like you need that, whether it's a coffee in the morning or some tea or
So everybody is on codependency on
exactly.
something.
Oh, we
America has made its people codependent. That's how they make their bread.
Wow.
So, definitely.
Wow.
crazy.
Well, let's just say the rulers of America. That's crazy.
It is.
Wow.
That's why they're buying into marijuana right now,
So
because
you know what I've realized?
it's gonna be the biggest business.
What? Marijuana?
Marijuana. Just how they made alcohol legal so they could control it. They're doing the same thing with weed now.
Well,
All those mobsters and people got rich off of prohibition, off of alcohol. But when they made it legal, the government started controlling it. That's what they do.
yeah, but I don't think it's nothing they're not going to be able to control. They
What,
couldn't even
weed?
control niggas. Let's be clear.
Oh, I mean, think about
That's
it.
the only thing they can't control.
Right. We're going to do what we want.
Yeah.
Shit, they controlling this just fine.
Well, they got something. Well, you know what's funny? I was about to say.
They controlling us just fine.
Yeah.
They controlling black people, not niggas.
No, they controlling us too.
We're not niggas.
They
We're black people.
They're
The
controlling
niggas is the one in the hood.
They're controlling niggas.
I feel like every black person is a nigga, but every nigga ain't black.
That's true. But if you think they ain't controlling niggas, then nigga,
Or
you
the
tripping.
opposite way around.
They controlling niggas.
I just feel like the nigga.
They're controlling us all. I mean, to a degree. They're controlling us all, but they're definitely controlling niggas with that almighty dollar. They control us.
Well, their way of I think they just try to strategize themselves, because I don't want to say my first. This might have been my first full black cowboy movie, and I don't want to say cowboys are
What movie was
stupid,
that?
but the way they shot.
We were Idris
Was
Elba and
ridiculous.
Gina King. Yeah, or Gina
No,
King.
I mean, I don't understand cowboys.
Yeah, The Harder They Fall. I love that movie. That was a good movie.
It had a very.
Yeah,
What kind-
I
Oh no, it was good,
You ain't seen
but
that
I
movie
don't
before?
understand
Idris
how
Elba
they
with
shot
Gina
and with the
King
war. It
and
was
all
the
that?
slowest
The Harder They
shit
Fall
ever.
on Netflix.
Nah, I gotta look at that.
It's dope. Watch it. Damn near all black cast.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong.
Cowboys
I
is
enjoyed
decent. Watch it.
it because the end
You'll
of
like
it
it.
summed it up all to me. It summed it up all. That ending, I felt like they came at a great time to explain what we was trying to explain the week before to Kevin when we were saying why mom should be celebrated more. I had to hit him.
Exactly. It made no sense. That's why I ignored it. It made no sense.
I was joking. No, he agreed after I broke it down.
No, I did.
Yes, you did.
I agree with what?
You agreed with me at the end of that movie when we went back and forth to dissect.
I agree
why
with
he
the movie. I didn't agree with mom should be celebrated more.
No, I didn't say that.
I
I
thought you
said
were
you
talking about-
agreed.
With the movie. Why are you the movie's about? Yeah.
No, not with the movie.
With the meaning
When
of
you
it.
said the dad was a good man, I said he wasn't good at all.
I said he was good to that son to a degree, but
And I said he wasn't good
well,
to
you
that
just said
son.
you just said there were nice slave masters. I don't know how you're a nice.
No,
that's a
I
conundrum
said
in
that.
itself.
No, I didn't say that. I explained.
That's a conundrum in itself. So if you're a nice slave master, he was nice to his son.
No, okay, so let me break this down
Oh my
so it can forever be broken. What movie that came from? No, what movie that came from, my Eve? What movie that came from?
Right.
Let me forever break this down so it will forever be.
I remember that line, but I don't
Love
know.
Jones.
There we
Remember
go.
that?
Oh yeah.
Love Jones. No. So
what?
what I meant by saying was that's how he explained it when he said you had some good slave owners. However, there were good slave owners. You had people that became slave owners just to help out the slaves. So you have to realize it was the law. People didn't have to purchase slaves or own slaves though. But you had some that became owners just so that they would be safe. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
That's how he explained it. Now I didn't come up with that. That was
didn't say
before
you
my
did.
time, but that's what he was explaining. He said he didn't find out until they left and all
Yeah.
huh?
You hear that often. Even,
Yeah, he said they
you
all
hear that
huddled
even
when they
in
came and
book.
work in a new city. They all had a conversation. He said because you don't talk about certain things unless you were from that area close. But other people that had other slaves would brag and say they miss their slave owner and master, and when the treatment was totally different, so that made them a little like hateful and jealous. Like, wait a minute, we was treated like this, and they have this over there, and they would try to vouch them, and it would be like not wars, but probably is wars. What's that? No, not jealousy, but I'm looking for a different word. When the slave owners was going at it with like the Patriot. That movie, they were going up against the other ones because
Civil
he
War.
was trying to get to a different plantation to work because he would hire him as a free slave or have him work and then free them so that they don't get the backlash from the other slave owners, their white counterparts. I just can't think of the name, but they would come over there saying, you trying to get my slave because you have other slaves trying to get them to come to other plantations. So, yeah, so every slave owner wasn't bad. So I think that's good to remember sometimes that we can't hold them all accountable.
Shit.
That's a
You
fact.
can't hold them all
That's
accountable.
like
Don't do that.
if you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem.
That don't mean you're not part of the solution. That is being a part of the solution because even if he's saying I don't have to own a slave and I'm going to get a plantation to hire them as free to safeguard them, that's a few that you can help. That is being a part of a solution.
Okay.
You can't be, don't start acting like Nadia this week being pro-black. Talk about, they put Juneteenth on the same day as Father's Day for black men.
That wasn't right.
I love you, Nadia. Rich Mo said that wasn't right. Father's Day is for all fathers.
but I did-
Not just
what I find, I had something happen that I think was it kind of threw me off for a loop a little bit. So I was at work Saturday night, and so around like midnight, I made it's officially Sunday, so I made a loud announcement on a loudspeaker over at my job. I'm like, Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I remember the loudspeaker real big for the fathers. Everybody, all the men screaming, yelling, yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, then one of my coworkers was like, yo, he's like, Juneteenth. So I said, happy Juneteenth too. Now, put the PA system down, that was it. I walked off. Not 3 seconds later, I get a phone call from my boss. He like, Kevin. he laughing, but he like, Kevin. He said, boss. I'm like, what's up? He said, we got a diverse doc out there. Can't be saying happy Juneteenth. I'm like, I didn't know happy Juneteenth was offensive. They say happy July 4th, and we say it back.
But it's not the law.
I didn't know it was offensive. He's like, and my boss is black. He's like, listen, it was just for my sake, please. Just don't say it. I'm like, all right, I got you, boss. I won't say it with a loudspeaker again. But it kind of threw me for a loop because I'm like, why would we be saying happy Juneteenth?
I'll tell you why.
Offensive.
Let me tell you why. And then if you want to get it. But let me start telling why. Because I feel like it's something that one of my best friends said the other day when she said, I told her to come to Georgia. And she was like, I feel like some of them, they black people, but it's like they feel like they know they place. Like they got a place. Like, what's up with that? Some black folks really feel like they don't even want to agitate their position.
Not for.
They don't even if it's okay. It's like on the show, damn, who was that? When they was on the show, that actor who played, it was the same actor that played the cop, the sheriff in the cowboy movie when he was being interviewed on that.
Deion Cole?
Yeah, and the white interviewer was like, he was telling them he's up. No, not Blackish on that cow.
He plays on Blacklist though.
Oh, did
Deion
he? I don't know.
Plays on Blacklist.
I didn't watch Blackish, but he was getting interviewed on the news and he was saying, how did you feel about the black people keep referring to themselves as niggas? And then he was like, it's okay. And he was like, well, how do you feel? He said, you must want to say it. Say it. And he like, oh no, I'm not going to say it. He like, say it. I'll say it with you. Right? I bust out laughing. But it's one of those things. Even if it's okay and you tell him it's okay, celebrate your holiday. He's going to play it safe because he don't want to disrupt it. He don't want to jeopardize his position.
I don't blame him. How much money is he making? But I was a little perplexed by it. That's all. I'm like I said, he wasn't upset. He was laughing and telling me about it, but he was just like,
yeah, the laugh was like, I feel you, brother.
Right, but that's exactly what he's like. He's like, I feel you.
But now they're gonna say you got your employees on the loudspeaker.
He's like, boss man, they ain't gonna come at you. They're gonna come to me. I'm like, well, shit, send them my way. I'll tell them to their face. He's
but
like,
here's the thing: he should have known that it would have broke. That's like saying Happy Juneteenth and Steve, Happy Birthday. So you're singling out a
Happy
group
Father's Day first. All the fathers on the.
And then you single it out a group of people because it's Juneteenth. That's like showing somebody an individual birthday. So it shouldn't have been a problem.
And nobody white at my job was offended or said anything to me about it.
They probably did, and they probably said, "What's the food like?"
Right, they didn't say nothing about it, but they would just study Happy Father's Day, Kevin. Happy Father's No, but I just thought it was just like a, like I got it, but at the same time I was like I didn't. But
did you ask them?
No, I let it go.
Why?
Ain't none of my business.
No, when you don't let it go, you're not honoring your feelings. You want to know, ask.
No, I pretty much figured out my own. I pretty much figured out what you just said. Is more so, like I said, he's the big boss.
Or it could have been.
They're gonna come at, if somebody is offended, they ain't gonna say, yo, Kevin said. They're gonna say, he said, because he's the big boss.
But that's still an assumption. So if you don't know.
No, he said that to me.
Oh, okay.
He said, listen, they're going to come to me, boss. They ain't going to come to you. So I was like, well, send them my way. I'll tell you to their face. Happy Juneteenth.
Okay.
But, so, I'll let it
What's
go.
wrong? So it's not a national holiday, of course.
It is.
So what's the problem?
But like she said, some people just don't want to poke the bear, so to speak.
What bear?
The white people.
That black people got their freedom in America.
White people.
That black people got their freedom in America. Talk about what bear?
All right.
Like his thing was just like,
I don't
his
get
thing
it
was just like, we got a diverse doc, and he doesn't want to exclude anybody on our job, whether white, black, Hispanic, whatever. He don't want to exclude anybody.
But that's like
Yeah,
saying
but
Happy Cinco
that's
de
like
Mayo,
saying Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah.
Don't forget, that's like saying Merry Christmas.
I'm agreeing with y'all, but I'm saying that what I believe is his thought process. Like he don't want to. He's the big boss. He doesn't want to feel like
he should know
by
that no
saying
one should
Happy
ever say Merry
Juneteenth.
Christmas then. Because
No,
everybody
that's
ain't
the verse.
Christian.
ain't based off
that's-
nationality.
That's not
Everybody's-
based off of nationality.
But it's
though.
not based on
Huh?
nationality.
Christmas is not based off of
Exactly.
nationality. Everybody celebrate Christmas. So.
Everybody don't celebrate
Well,
Christmas.
you know what I mean.
No, but seriously.
Black, white.
But it's not based on that. You know, race is always a tricky
But
topic. in
there's
every
white
religion.
people that celebrate Juneteenth.
Right.
Probably, yeah.
So that's
But-
not really based
but
off
it's
of
still-
nationality.
but it's-
Probably
no,
not
it's
his
still based
corporation of what he worked for.
It's still based off nationality.
A lot of people know when they work for their superior and if they're racist or not.
Oh, yeah,
Please
not-
believe me.
and a
They
lot-
know the higher up
and
it
a lot of our
goes,
superiors
especially on
is
that
low.
level, they're extremely still racist. You got to realize when
Yeah,
you're
but
dealing
they
with
gotta
those
keep- they
type
should-
of
they should have to
companies,
keep that to
those are
themselves.
old money. They ain't got to because they got old money.
But you think that's going to get to that person?
Yeah.
It's possible.
To an owner?
Listen.
Why you think he keep the house Negroes in check so it don't?
You'd be surprised.
It's just a different plantation.
You'll be
That's crazy.
You'll be surprised.
I mean, am I saying something wrong, Annie? It's a different plantation. It's still the same thing.
But no, it's just you'll just be surprised. Like I'll give you another example. I was at work and there was a new coworker that I was talking to. We were talking for about like 30 minutes, just sitting there talking about a few things, teaching the things on the job and just some regular life things. So one of my supervisors come like, yo, Kevin, go ahead and go back down the other way. I'm like, for what? It like one of the workers called the big boss saying you've been down here talking for 2 hours. So I'm like, what? Now I don't even know this dude. This is a dude from day shift just coming in. Black dude, because I happened to drive by and hear him fussing about it to somebody else. So in my mind, I'm like, what was the big boss? He told me him tight, so he didn't even say that to me. He said, man, just go down there, just go ahead, just because they complain. I'm like, you don't know what I'm talking to her about. You don't know if I'm teaching somebody the job or nothing. You just assume that I'm down here, I guess, pussyfooting or wasting company time or whatever. But he felt like it wasn't his job, right?
Why do you care if you ain't getting paid to monitor people?
Exactly. Now, I'd have been wrong about this. My wife was like, Kevin, don't say nothing to him. Just go down there. Because I'd have been wrong if I came up and checked him and said something to him. But,
Right.
but I let it go. I ain't saying I just ignored him. But I could hear him talking. I'm like, I'd be wrong if I can punch you in the mouth right now. Because you messing with my money, not knowing what's going on. Because in your mind, you feel like I'm wasting, you're working hard and I'm not. When I just did a 12-hour shift, I'm about to go home. You just came in. You only from a can of paint. So,
But why does that matter?
that's what I'm trying to
His
figure out.
production has to do with your production?
No.
That's why I said, why does it
That's my
matter?
whole point. Some people just feel as though they got to say something. So you might have, in that particular way, you might have one right person who might have got offended by it, who might just go say something. Because they feel as though, listen, I'm offended, I'm going to say something. And that was a black dude, older black dude, who said something about me. So.
Because you was young, black, and pretty.
Probably so. And it was a woman I was talking to, so they be hating. We got like 3 or 4 women at our job, predominantly men, and they be in there competing. They be in there competing for the little 3 or 4 chicks that be there.
Oh, man,
Sad.
that's funny.
And I don't pay them no mind. So
Yeah. Oh, you know what's something else that I found out too down there? Y'all tired of hearing my slave story?
I am. But go ahead.
Oh, that alongside even after the mating things that they made them do, and why a lot of the women had so many children, is because he explained he was like he had to forgive his mother for that he felt. All right, I won't go all the way into it a lot, but he was like outside of, because not only was it slavery for black people, but then he said the women rights were stricken and taken away. So the only way they could survive was to cling on to a man. So if one was there and he left and went and ran town, they had to immediately get up under another one to survive. And he said, so it was easy for them to have a bunch of children with a bunch of men, because in order for the men to feel like they want to stick around and take care of you, you have to bring them a seed. And then they would leave if somebody came back and said, oh, this one doing good up north or doing good over there, and just leave and say, we're going to send for you later, never come back. And they had to get right up under another one. He said, work in a cotton field, 300 acres, cotton fields, and they got paid 15 cents an hour. It's crazy. I was traumatized by it.
It's crazy.
No,
that
he
they
just
was
talked
paying.
about the suicide rate, and you talk about you to kill yourself.
I wouldn't. They would have killed me.
Well, they would have
crazy
probably
that they
paid
was
you a little
paying.
bit more. You know, you're a little red.
Should have been.
You'd have been in
y'all
the
are-
house, auntie.
You
Should have been a house right next to him.
You would have been a pretty bad wench. You were a pretty
Exactly.
bad wench. So
She'd
you would have
been in
been
the
a
house.
bad wench.
Having mulatto kids.
See, today they got bad bitches. Back then they had bad wenches.
Right.
Should have been one of their concubines.
And I found exactly that part. And I found out the bed wenches, not only did the master keep them for themselves, but the mixed breed and the lighter pretty ones, that's how prostitution came. They would prostitute them out to other slave owners. If their stock wasn't as beautiful as the other one, they would prostitute the bed wenches out at their gatherings and parties. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But you know, that's crazy because you said they was paying them. It really more so confirms that jobs nowadays is just modern slavery.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because 15 cents an hour, you know, if you correlate that to today, or, you know, it might be the same. $7.50 minimum wage.
Yeah, he was explaining the story about when Converse's, the Chucks came out, and he said he asked his mom for a pair of them, and she said, sure. And it was like $5. What am I looking at?
No, she said.
It was $5. And she said she threatened to smack the life off of them for a $5 pair of Chucks.
Damn.
That's crazy, right?
Now they cost way more than that.
Listen, moral of the story today. Appreciate what you have now.
Well, no, the moral of the story to me is one of those things that Cicely Tyson says at one of those award shows a long time ago. I think it's on my page when she said, remember that we are standing on the backs of our ancestors. Because we have to start looking at that. We wouldn't be sitting here today for the ones that were brave, not just the ones that ran away, but the ones that chose to stay so they don't kill and murder up everybody and take the torment. So we have to realize that we're not doing this just for us, that we're here because of somebody else's sacrifice.
Agreed.
So prayers up for the ancestors and all that they had to bear.
Prayers up. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day
Happy
to
Father's
everybody.
Day.
Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of Let's Talk
And
About
happy
It.
Juneteenth to whatever that job you work at.
And y'all be easy and be safe. We holler at y'all next week, guys. Willing.
Hey.